Move on to another round of breaking update where the Gujarat cabinet will move a proposal to constitute a committee, just like in Uttarakhand, under a retired High Court judge to evaluate all aspects of implementing the Uniform Civil Code in the state. Now, this is coming across even when it comes to a UCC draft that is being mulled over by the Gujarat cabinet. The government on its part, the centre on its part, had also submitted in the top court without giving any timeline on its implementation, that when it comes to the Uniform Civil Code, the ultimate power that rests with the Parliament, with the executive. Let me go back to Mohit on this story that we are breaking as of now. What are we hearing from the Gujarat cabinet here, Mohit, just before the elections?
Well, you see, it's a big step that is seen just before the Gujarat elections by the Bharatiya Janata Party in Gujarat, where the cabinet over there is likely to move a proposal for framing of rules for the Uniform Civil Code, and for that a committee would also be formed under a retired High Court judge. Now, similarly, we have seen that just before the Uttarakhand elections, Pushkar Singh Dhami, the Chief Minister of Uttarakhand, came out and he said that he will be constituting a committee, and that committee was being formed after he again came back to power. And then a drafting of rules for the Uniform Civil Code will take place. So in Gujarat also, what we expect later in the day, a proposal will be cleared by the cabinet to form a committee to look into the drafting of rules for Uniform Civil Code. Now remember, this will be seen as a massive pitch by the Bharatiya Janata Party for Gujarat elections, given the fact that the BJP have been saying this for a long time, and it has been part of their election manifesto also, that they want one nation, one rule, one law, and that is why Uniform Civil Code is very, very important. And the BJP leaders and many from the Sangh Parivar have also said that you need to have one law for everybody. You cannot have the other law, the personal laws for the various communities, and hence Uniform Civil Code is very, very important. Though the opposition will surely come out and they might hit out at the BJP that this is just before the elections, because BJP want to pitch for a Hindutva side, because the opposition earlier also have been raising these questions that there are personal laws of Muslims, there are various other laws that, and the government should not breach into that. But this, when it will be cleared, it will be a big step towards Uniform Civil Code, because in Uttarakhand the committee has been formed, and in fact the suggestions were also asked from the common people. And similarly over here, the cabinet will clear the proposal, and after that, under the chairmanship of a retired High Court judge, the committee will be formed to draft the rules for the Uniform Civil Code, and it will be also seen as a massive push by the BJP just before the Gujarat elections are to be announced. Back to you.
अलका लांबा जी हमारे साथ फोन लाइन पर जुड़ रही है। अलका लांबा जी, एक तरीके से बीजेपी के मैनिफेस्टो में रहा था उत्तराखंड चुनाव से पहले कि यूनिफॉर्म सिविल कोड को लाया जाए, और उस तरीके से अगर देखा जाए बीजेपी जीत गई थी। अब गुजरात चुनावों से पहले ही ये सोचा जा रहा है गुजरात कैबिनेट की तरफ से कि यूसीसी को जो प्रपोजल है वो सामने लाया जाए। Well, Alka Lamba there of the Congress party, we are hoping to reconnect that line with her and to get a reaction on this, because this move in itself, Mohit, had actually made the BJP win the elections in Uttarakhand.
Well, in fact, and you see, that announcement was being made just before the Uttarakhand elections, and that is why we see that today the cabinet in Gujarat will also clear a proposal to form a committee, and this committee would be headed by a retired High Court judge. It will draft the rules for the Uniform Civil Code in the state. Now, we know that how at the center also in the election manifesto, in the general election manifesto of the BJP, Uniform Civil Code has been a major part. So slowly and steadily.
All right, because the government's answer to this has already been submitted in the top court there. Not any deadline that has been given, but saying that the ultimate power rests with the executive, that is with the parliament, on the implementation of UCC. For the moment, thank you very much, Mohit, for joining in. Let's quickly move on to another round of